everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Happy 2015 to everyone. I hope everyone had a marvelous holiday season. This is my first video for the new year, so I wanted to kick it off with my favorite crafty things that I enjoyed during the year of 2014. Excuse me. I'm not going to be doing a December favorites because I figured it would be better just to do my favorite overall crafty things that I enjoyed the entire year. So we're going to start off with the favorite adhesive. Before I go ahead and get started, I just pulled a lot of my favorites. That's not going to be in any kind of order or anything like that. I'm going to try to group things together the best that I can. But I just pulled everything onto my desk over here, and I'm just going to pull them randomly and just explain to you why I like the things that I like. So first is my favorite adhesive. I've got to actually put this refill in here, but this is the Plus adhesive. This is the honeycomb dot, and I loved it for a couple of different reasons. For one, to do the refill is really easy, and but the biggest thing on this adhesive is that I think it's really good adhesive for the price. It's fairly an inexpensive adhesive. The refills are fairly cheap. They're like about $2.50, something like that. And I forgot exactly how much the initial container here is. I'll probably have to look again, but anyway, but the refills are around $2, $3 a piece, which is not bad at all. I like the honeycomb because if I put down adhesive, I can just rub it away really easily, and there's really no mess involved. So I really like it for that as well. So that was my favorite adhesive as far as tape runner goes for the year. My favorite glue would be my Tomo Mono. I like it for several different reasons. There is a drawback as far as it does not dry to a matte finish, but I think it's pretty good glue. It does get a little bit messy if you're not, using it sparingly, but overall I think it's a good glue. For the most part, I do use this glue for my liquid adhesive. I do like the Studio Multi-Medium and the matte finish, obviously for the matte finish that it gives. And this one is a really strong adhesive as well. This is a really popular one. So between these two, I think I'm covered on my glue adhesives. For vellum adhesive, I really like this Scrapbook Adhesives vellum adhesive. I find that it's one of the better ones out there. It's kind of hard to find, unfortunately. It used to not be, but I don't know why it is now. But I did purchase this off of scrapbookpal.com if you're interested in this adhesive and giving it a try. But I really do like it. And you get, a pretty good amount on the roll. You can see how much. Of course, this is a brand new one, so this tells you a little bit of how much adhesive you get in there. But and it's really fairly inexpensive as well. So this is a really great one to recommend to all of you. Next, I'm going to pull a couple of tools here that are in front of me. My favorite scissors are these cutter bee scissors. I've had this pair for a really long time, probably when I really started crafting, which was back in August of '09. I can't believe it's been that long already. And then I recently picked up this pair. It's a newer pair, just to have on hand, because these were getting just a little bit dull, so I wanted to have a backup pair. So I really do love these scissors. I like them for fussy cutting if I have to fussy cut. Obviously, if I had the choice, I'd rather have the dies with my stamp sets than to fussy cut, because honestly, I'm really slow at cutting, and two, I hate to fussy cut. So that's why, but if I had to, these scissors are really great for detail cutting. My favorite bone folder. This is the Teflon bone folder. You can get this at Simon Says Stamp. I believe Ellen Hudson has started carrying it now too as well. When I bought this, it was, I believe, $18. Around $17, $18. Yes, it is fairly expensive for a bone folder, but it's a Teflon bone folder. It's a really, really great investment. And whenever you score your cardstock, it doesn't leave that shiny indentation on your cardstock at all. I think it's a really, really good investment to make, and especially if you get it with a coupon, like, you know, if Simon Says Stamp or whatever has a sale or something, $5 off or whatever, you know, then just use the coupon with it. So anyway, I really, really highly recommend this bone folder. Next up is my scoring board. This is my Score Buddy. Most people have the Martha Stewart scoring board, and I actually got this before that one came out. This is the Score Buddy made by Score Pal. So I've had it for a while now, pretty much the entire time I've been doing cards. But yeah, like I said, Martha Stewart hadn't come out with hers yet. That's why I have this one, and it works just as well. I really, really do like it because it's got the little arrows of indication of where you need to score without really thinking about it. So there's your 4 1/4, and then of course your 5 1/2. But most people, why they put that one here, right there, that little star, is because most people score their cardstock and they make A2 size cards, and they score it at 4 1/4. That's why they put that there. But really, really great tool. I can't, you know, make a card without it. I feel like, you know, it's a really, really a must-have for me and a big staple in my card making. So really, really love that. Next is another form of adhesive. This is the Mama Roll of adhesives. I purchased this back, I believe, in the summer. So I still have quite a bit left over of this adhesive. It is fairly pricey, but the cheapest that I have found it would be Amazon.com, and I believe you can get it under $30. So that's really great because most, like if you get it at an office supply store, or I believe Simon Says Stamp, it's around $40, I believe. So if you can get it under $30, I would obviously, you know, you're saving $10. So, so really, really great adhesive. I love it. Maybe one day they'll make it just a little, sometimes I'll do like my foam adhesive to be thicker, but this is great because it's all in one long strip, and the backing is really, really easy to take off because my fingers get fumbly and everything. So this has been a popular item amongst us card makers this year. So I'm glad I have that. I see some inks, so I'll start with a couple of inks that have been my favorites. My favorite black inks have been a couple this year. Of course, I'll always love my Memento Tuxedo Black for Copic coloring, that kind of thing. So I will always love this ink no matter what. But I did discover whenever My Favorite Things came out with their hybrid ink. This ink is also good for Copic coloring if you're interested in that. This is, you know, I think it's because my relationship, if you will, with this Memento ink. I'm always going to love this ink no matter what. It's not as black as this one, but so that's why I wanted to try it out, because I did hear it was a little bit more black. I do find that this is not great for if you're going to stamp this with solid images, but you know, there are ways to get around that. But between these two, these are really good for Copic coloring. And then of course my favorite detail black is my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. This is a pigment ink, but it dries really, really fast. I love this ink, and it just offers the blackest black that there is. I believe I do have the Hero Arts one, but I just have really stuck to this one, and I really, really do love this one, especially for sentiments and that kind of thing. And this one is really great for solid images as well. So those are my favorite black inks. My other inks that I really do love are the Simon Says Stamp inks. These are two of my favorite colors from this year. All of the colors are really, really great, but this mint color is the best mint color to me, in my opinion, that I found. So really, really love that one. And this one is really unique. No one that I have seen has had this color, and this is one of my favorite colors in the world. This is the blue violet, and this is a true blue violet color. So, and the cardstock is gorgeous. So, if you haven't got this and you like this color, I highly recommend picking it up. It's great. And the Hero Arts and the Summon Says Stamp, if you don't know already, they are the same formulation, if I can talk. So, you know, both of these are really, really great. And so speaking of the Hero Arts inks, these are two of my favorite colors from this year. The Wet Cement color, and it gives off a really, really soft grayish brown, I guess. It's really, really a great ink. And then probably my favorite color that I really have enjoyed the entire year is this Soft Vanilla. It is just a unique, gorgeous color. Great for backgrounds because it doesn't overwhelm your cardstock or anything like that, and it will give such a great background for whatever you're using. So I highly recommend this color as well. Alright, next thing I see is some pattern papers that I've enjoyed. I really do like Doodlebug. Who doesn't? Because they got such bright colors. But one of my favorites ones this year, of course, was the Frosty Friends. I love the color scheme of this one. I'm really trying so hard to use my pattern papers. I've just really gotten out of using pattern paper. I love to look at them, but I don't use them as much as I used to, and I hate that because I have so many over here and they just sit. But you know, it's okay. I will eventually use them and keep the ones that I really do like, and I will use those up. So, but yeah, I really do like this one. This is the Frosty Friends, like I said, and it's a great color scheme. The next one is this Avery Elle. This is the Everyday Collection, 6x6. Great patterns, everyday patterns, literally everyday patterns. You can use it for anything. The colors are great. Not overwhelming. You can use them for both male cards or masculine cards or female cards. You know, so you've got this pad if you had to pick one or whatever. This one's a really great one because it covers a lot of things that you could use it for. So I recommend this one as well. This is a good one. Anything that Lawn Fawn does, you know I'm a fan of. Lawn Fawn is my tried and true stamp company, and they just keep getting better and better. I'll always stay true to Lawn Fawn. So, but yeah, the paper pads I've really been loving this year are the Snow Day and a Sweater Weather. I love the Sweater Weather one as well. These colors are absolutely awesome. Really up my alley. And the patterns in here are great. So between both of these, I really did use them up during Christmas time and stuff. I've got a lot of scraps, but really great paper pads. But like I said, anything that Lawn Fawn does, I'm a fan of. So those are my favorite pattern papers. I got a couple of stamp sets, and I think my favorite, it was kind of hard to choose my favorite actual stamp set, but if I had to choose, it would be this one here. This is the Milo's ABCs from Lawn Fawn, and I just absolutely love this font. As you can tell, it is loved. And I just, you know, whenever I wanted to make a custom sentiment, I grabbed this one right here. So, absolutely love this stamp set, and it's really tall, skinny font. Not much more I can say about it. It's just, you know, it's just completely awesome. So, my favorite Summon Says Stamp set this year would have been this Striped Greetings. I love the big font on these, and I love the sentiments as well. And I love this Hi There. This is one of my favorite ones. And then the Hello, also in the hang in there. You know, really great overall stamp set, and you can use this pretty much for anything. So this was one of my favorites from Summon Says Stamp this year. And then for Mama Elephant, I would no doubt, it's in my heart. I did a couple cards and I did on video for you guys with this stamp set. Absolutely adorable. Of course, got the dies with it. It's just got great sentiments in it, and overall images are just adorable. You can use this for many different occasions as well. So this one, hands down for me, from Mama Elephant, was the one of my favorites from them this year. So those are the stamp sets that I really gravitated toward this year. Next, let me get this out of the way and get this talked about. My favorite overall trimmer that I've had for a couple of years, and will probably continue to be my favorite, is this one from Fiskars. It's the one that's got the, I don't know if you, the little guide there, the little wire. It helps me out so much. And of course the arm does come out. And it's just an overall great trimmer. So I highly recommend this one. It's worth the money all the way, I think. Put that over there. Okay, let's see. My favorite, I guess, you know, when it comes to ribbon and stuff, would be the lawn trimmings from Lawn Fawn. And this one here with the silver intertwined in it, I don't know if you can see that, has been one of my favorites, especially during this holiday season. I've used the heck, well, yeah, I use the heck out of this. So it's a great one. You know, it doesn't have to be used just for holidays. So I highly recommend this one if you don't have it already. Let's see. As far as like other tools, this is the cup from Faber-Castell, and it's their water cup, and it just pops out just like this. I love it for that reason, because I do have a small craft room, and I love things that I can just kind of fold up and just, you know, store away in areas where it doesn't take up too much room. And you just pop it open and put your water in there, and then you can lay your brush across. If you can see how rigidy it is right here, you can just lay your paintbrush right across those, and it won't topple over. Such a great tool. I don't watercolor all that much, but when I do, this is definitely going to be one of those things that I use. So I highly recommend this if you are in the market for a good water cup for whenever you do watercoloring. And it's easy to clean up too. Well, I mean, you just got water in it, but you know what I mean. I love this modeling cream from Viva Decor. This is the Mother of Pearl. Gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I only did use it for a few times, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I know you really can't tell with that, whenever I do that, how gorgeous it is. I did share a card with you guys on whenever I made it. I think it was like a couple of cards back. I mean, I did a card, and I showed it to you a couple of cards back whenever, I think it was in a favorites video or something. But anyway, you kind of see that sheen. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so it is kind of a small jar, but let me tell you, if you haven't tried modeling cream or anything like that, a little goes a long way. And I have learned that. So I don't feel so, what's the word, gypped? I don't know, about how small a jar is, because you need a whole lot of this for it to you know, spread over. So I really do recommend this. Continuing with techniques, let's go with the tools. As far as water brushes, these were my favorites. This is the Claudine Helmuth Studio. Most of us that have watercolor brushes have these, so you know what good quality they are. I do have some brushes that were sent to me that I needed to do a review on, and I will do that very soon. But I didn't get to use them this year, so that's why I didn't include them. But later, more on that at a later date. But for now, this is the ones that I used whenever I did watercoloring. So really great quality brushes. Let's see, we'll do the paper here. This is a no-brainer, the Distress watercolor cardstock. My favorite watercolor cardstock. It's already cut down for you in the A2 size. There's a textured side and a smooth side, and the best thing about this watercolor paper, in my opinion, is that it is a pure white and not that kind of like off-white color. So that's really wonderful, really sturdy, and so I really I've used probably, I believe, 2 packages of these this year. So that's pretty good for me because, like I said, I didn't do a whole lot of watercoloring. So they've got 20 sheets in each pack. So that was pretty good for me to use up 2 packs of these. So I highly recommend this watercolor paper. Just speaking of Distress inks, I am still debating, I guess the word would be, on whether or not I'm going to be fully commit on transferring all of my Distress inks into these mini ones. Simply because I don't have every single Distress ink color, but I think I'm like 3 or 4 away from the full size. And I actually bought a ink holder from, oh gosh, it's left me, Stamp and Storage, I believe, for my Distress inks. So I've invested already a lot of money in the Distress inks. So I really hate to buy all these and have 2 sets literally of Distress inks. But so I'm starting off with this one set for now. I've got sets 1, 2, and 3 in here. And I purchased one of course, the cases, just to see how much I like it and how much I use it. If I don't use it a whole lot, I'm just going to stick with just the one. But there again, I don't have a whole lot of money just to invest just because, they're cute and little. Because normally that's something I would do. But I've got to be smart when it comes to stuff like that. Just because, it's small and cute or whatever, I need to use it. So I'm going to stick with this one for now and see how much I do use it. But I will say this, and I think most of us have said this, that if the smaller ones came out first, I would have definitely done this. Hands down. I would have done this first instead of buying the full pads and the holder and all that. I would have done this here. But it didn't happen that way, so I'm just going to stick with this one. But Distress inks are great for many things. Obviously watercoloring and different techniques like that. So Distress inks are always going to be a favorite. This year, of course, I did switch over to the round tools. That's the one thing I did convert. I don't have any of the square ones anymore. So, because I love these, the smallness of these tools. They're great to handle, maneuver, and you get, let's see, you get 2 tools and several pads for the money. So I think it's a great deal for what you get. So I definitely did this conversion here. So I highly recommend these tools if you haven't gotten them already. Alright, let's see. My favorite masking paper is this Inkadinkado masking paper. I've used this for a couple years now. I really do like it. There are other ways to do masking, of course. But this is the one that I've really, I guess, discovered first, and it really hasn't given me any problems. So I do recommend this paper if you're in the market for some great masking paper. And you get several sheets. You get 12 sheets in one. So it's a great value, I think. Alright, how to clean my stamps. Obviously, I use baby wipes. These ones here, I just picked up at my local grocery store. But these are fragrance free, and these are really good and thick. Any of you that has any children or whatever, I guess you know that Huggies is a good brand. So, but I buy the cheap ones. But I went ahead and bought these to try and I really do like these. They stay wet for a long time. So this is a really great fast way to clean your stamps. But if there's something that I really do need to get off, like stays on or whatever off of my stamps, then I use this scrubber pad here. This is from Hero Arts. I just picked this up a couple of months back, and I really do like it. I like the fact that it's got the two sides, because the one that I had before this one was the one from Stampin' Up, and mine broke. So I had to... It just wasn't useful to me anymore. So that's why I got this one here. And it's easy because you can take this out and take it to your sink and really wash it. So it's a great tool to have. And of course the spray that I use is the Ultra Clean spray. This is really great for overall, not just for stays on, but just overall to clean your stamps. This is a really great spray to have. So that's how I clean my stamps. We'll go with embossing powders. My favorite embossing powders that I really love this year, and probably will from now on, is the Hero Arts. I've put them in these containers. Of course, this is the containers that Jennifer McGuire suggested, and sorry everyone, I had someone that come to my door unexpectedly. Anyway, so back to my favorites. This is the Hero Arts White embossing powder and the clear. And again, like I was saying, the containers that I've got these in are the ones that Jennifer McGuire has. So I really do like these. This is one of the better white embossing powders because it is a good white. As well as a good clear. So I've really enjoyed discovering these embossing powders. My favorite, I'm out of breath, sorry. My favorite embossing powder from Stampin' Up! Is this pewter. This is sort of similar like the Ranger Platinum. It's really similar to that, and actually I think this one is better. I don't know, I don't have as good luck with the Platinum from Ranger as I do this one from Stampin' Up. I don't even know if Stampin' Up even makes this one anymore or sells this one anymore. I hope they do. But this is one... It's just gorgeous when it's embossed. It's just lovely. I love the outcome of it. So I really do try to save it as much as I can, as far as, you know, not wasting it a whole lot, because it is a small jar. But so I do recommend this one if you're in the market for an embossing powder of this color, and if they do sell it. I hope they do, because I want to pick up, you know, a couple of more. But gorgeous. I absolutely love this one. Of course, my favorite ink for embossing is the Versamark ink, but that's mostly everyone. Okay, sorry I'm out of breath, guys. Let's get to some embellishments. I don't use my wood veneers all that much, but this is how I store my wood veneers. And I just wanted to show you this because this was one new discovery for me this year, this container. And it's really worked out. But it's just a clear container. And honestly, I don't remember where I got it. I think I got it from Walmart. So, but it helps me if I can see what's in my containers. More than likely, I will use the stuff that I have. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. But my favorite, I guess, embellishments as far as sequins go, obviously would be the Pretty Pink Posh. They, you know, she's got such fun colors and mixes and stuff like that. So my favorite would be the Sparkling Clear, and I've got 2 sizes of those. And then I recently picked up the confetti ones. This is the silver confetti, and then the red, and then the gold. So really great. This is probably going to last me for a little while. I don't use sequins all that much, but I did pick up the colors that I would use. And of course, obviously, they're great for shaker cards. But, and then this container, I picked up from the Container Store whenever I was we go to St. Louis, me and my husband, we go to St. Louis quite a bit during the spring and summer months for Cardinals baseball because we're Cardinal fans. So I was able to go to a Container Store for the first time. So that was fun to go to one of those stores. But I picked up this container there and I liked it because it snaps down instead of going the other way. It snaps down so it's easy to open. So I liked it about it, and it was like, I don't know, maybe a couple of bucks. So really, really inexpensive. So anyway, I love these sequins and I love the container that they are in. Next, before just one second, I'm going to put these up. All right. Let me get back to inks just for a second. And some more inks that I absolutely love. Let me kind of zoom out for you guys. Are these from Memento. I've always loved these inks, and this is probably one of my favorite ways to store all of my dewdrops. But I picked this container up from Walmart a couple of years back. No, not a couple of years back. I would probably say more about a year ago, over a year ago. It's for, I got it in the bead section or whatever in the craft area at Walmart. And I really, really do like this one. It holds all of my dewdrops. I've got every color and even but it doesn't hold my grays and my black, which is totally okay. I'm living with it. But I found this is the best way to store these inks, and I've got a whole video on this on my channel if you're interested. But anyway, I'll always love Memento inks. You know, they are really, really great inks, and I really don't think that they get the love that they deserve. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, back to bling. Okay, let me zoom back for you guys. All right. Besides sequins, these little gems here from Hero Arts have been some of my favorites. And actually, I wanted to pick up some more, but every place that I have found have been sold out of them. I was like, so I can't even get my hands on them right now. But whenever I do, I'm going to pick up more, definitely, and add them to my collection. So I love those gems. I always love enamel dots, but I use the sequins and these more than the enamel dots this year. To adhere my sequins, I have discovered these thanks to Nicole McGork. This is the Zotz Bling by Thermoweb. I'm not great with the sequins and the liquid adhesive. I'm just not good at it. I'm too clumsy when it comes to that. And I hate to wait for it to dry. You know, which it's fine for other crafters. For me, this is a instant gratification. That's the word I'm looking for. These are kind of hard to get a hold of. I've got mine off of Amazon, I believe, or eBay. I can't remember if it's eBay or Amazon, but they're really, really, really tiny glue dots. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see some of those? They're super tiny, but they're great for adhering sequins to your projects, and they hold really, really well. So if you can find these, I would pick them up definitely. It's a great thing to have for your sequins. All right, we're almost done. I'm going to get to my favorite dies this year. If y'all been watching my videos this year at all, you know that I have been obsessed with frame dies. I can't get enough of frame dies, but I picked out my favorites. The first favorite that I have would be the Mama Elephant frames. I've got these first before the others, and I use the heck out of these things. It's like every time I made a card, I had to use these frames. I could not make a card without these for the longest time. And then, of course, more frames came out that I had to have. So this one here is not a part of the original Fem frames, but I like to store it on here because it's just easy. But I absolutely love these frames, and I think a lot of us did too. So I also love the Summon Says Stamp postage edge frames. So I love these simply because they're different, and it gives a great, I guess, frame, for lack of a better word. It really does focus, give a good focal point to your cards, and I love how they had the square one in there as well. So I absolutely love this set as well. And then Lawn Fawn came out with their frames as well. They're stitched frames, and both sets are on this one. I did have them separated, but I went ahead and put them all together. I just haven't changed the label on it yet. But I absolutely love both of these sets equally. It's just one of those staples that I will enjoy having in my collection for a long, long time. And then the other frame that was my favorite is this Lawn Fawn goodie bag. I used this one a lot during the holiday season, and I'm so glad that I was able to pick it up. So, you know, if you've got it, you know how great it is, and how well that it just makes a little gift bag, like for candy or a gift card or whatever. It was just super fun to have this one because it comes together super quick. They've pretty much done all the work for you with the scored lines and all that. So it's a great die to have. And then to store my dies, I changed over to the Stampin' Storage solution. With these cards here on the magnet cards on the cardboard. These are really nice. I'm really glad that I switched over. This is a simple system, and it's worked out really well for me. And I've got their little die tote, and I showed that in a video already as well. But I don't have a whole lot of dies, so it works good for me for now with this system. So I'm really happy that I was able to convert to that system because it's been a great one for me. Alright, so that was my favorite dies. And then finally, we're going to talk about cardstock and how I stored my cardstock. First, I wanted to share with you my favorite. Whenever I take pictures of my cards, I wanted something that I could use. What am I trying to say? I wanted something pretty basic for my backgrounds for whenever I photograph my cards. And whenever this collection here, Good Day Sunshine, came out from Simple Stories, I picked up this 12 by 12 pack. And I just got the green one here just to show you. But it's got a solid and the green polka dot. All the colors are like that. They've got the solid color on one side and then the polka dot on the other. You can kind of see here. And then they've got this one, this wood grain, and this notebook pattern. And I would say 98% of the time when I was photographing a card, I used these papers. It was just, I'm so glad that they picked, they did this, and, it was a great addition for me, and I didn't have to think about it as far as what background I wanted to put behind my card or whatever. So I used, every time I did a photograph, pretty much I used these papers here. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Let's see, my cardstock, my favorite cardstock, white cardstock. If y'all don't know already, is the Paper Tray Ink Stamper Select White cardstock. This is the pack that I haven't opened yet. That's why I've got this one here. But it's got 40 sheets, and it's a really awesome weight. It's great for Copic coloring. There's really not a bad thing that I can say about this cardstock. It's great value too. If you're in the market for some good white cardstock, I highly recommend this one. The Nina, I've never really tried. I don't think if I have, it was going to be in a card kit from Summons to Stamp that I get, if they put that in there, which I don't think they do, but I think it's their white cardstock. But I've tried several different ones, and this is the one that I keep coming back to. I do like the marshmallow from Basil, but I feel, I don't know, there's just something about this white cardstock that I like coming back to. So this was my favorite. And then colored cardstock is between the Basil and then the Summons to Stamp. And this is a Summons to Stamp. This is the Schoolhouse Red color. Super, super thick. And it's a really great quality cardstock. And this is how I'm storing it. Of course, another Jennifer Maguire, I don't even know what the word is, solution, I guess. But I'm so happy that she made a video on how she did her cardstock. This has helped me so much. One of my biggest, I don't know, problems. I don't know if problems is the word, but things that I was having difficulty with was my cardstock. And so anytime that I would use cardstock, I would just throw the scraps in a bin and not really use it again. But this way, I have used all of my, anytime that I have scraps, I just stick them back into the little plastic thing here. And it's really made me use up my cardstock scraps this way. So I'm so happy that she did this because it's really helped me out a lot. So that's the way I've been storing my cardstock. Basically, these are what they call ticket holders. Like if you go and get your car and like serviced or whatever, they have these things here and they put your keys and the paperwork inside these things. I found these off of eBay, and I believe I got mine for 2 packs for less than $25, I believe. So they're fairly inexpensive. And you get several, I think there was 10 or 12 in each pack. So, and I don't have a whole lot of cardstock, so it worked out great for me. So that was one of those gems that I was so happy that I was able to discover. And then finally was the way I stored my stamps. At first, as far as the inserts, I was using my own white cardstock, and I was cutting it down, just really inexpensive, but it wasn't as heavy. I did that for a while, but then I thought, whenever I saw Summons to Stamp was selling these inserts like this already pre-cut, I was thinking, well, that's kind of silly. You know, I can just do my own. But then I thought, no, I'll just give it a try. And let me tell you, it's a time saver. I mean, as silly as it is, maybe to some, including myself at the time, it's a time saver because you don't have to cut it down or anything. You just take it and you just put it into your sleeve here. And all you got to do is label it and put your stamp set in there and you're done. So, I'm a believer. I love it. I'm a fan. So, but that's how I stored my stamps, like most of us this year. And I believe that's it, guys. That is my favorites for 2014. I hope that there was something that I helped you discover or give you reasons as to why they were my favorites. I hope to be back really soon with another tutorial. Soon I will be doing voiceovers for my videos. Yay! I was able to pick up a new mic. I didn't get one for Christmas, but that's okay. I was hoping to get one for Christmas, but it didn't work out that way. But that's totally fine. I got what I wanted now, and I'm just waiting for it to come in. So soon, whenever I do my tutorials, y'all will be hearing voiceovers instead of the live talking, and I think I'm going to really like it. So stay tuned for that. But until I do get my mic, I'm going to be doing my normal, what I've been doing, live talk throughs. So thank you all so much for your support during 2014. If you're a new subscriber or have been a subscriber for a while, without you, my channel wouldn't be as far as it has been, and I appreciate it. It means the world to me. I really mean that with the bottom of my heart. So I I will see y'all really, really soon with a new card video. And y'all have a great rest of your weekend. See you soon. Thanks for watching, guys.